Good morning. I'm James, and I'm going to be discussing chapter 14. So, chapter 14 was about, to just kind of like sum it up a little bit, it was about a reporter was trying to find out information about a case about a father, a son, a half son, and a daughter, and their daughter and his daughter. So the father was sexually assaulting the daughter, and the half brother killed the father and went to jail for it. So here we go. Jonathan McFadden, 25, was a 2012 graduate of Wimpo University in Rock Hill, South Carolina. His first professional job was crime reporting at the Herald, a newspaper in Rock Hill. In August 2012, he broke a story about Tony Brown, a 22-year-old who was accused of killing 39-year-old Michael Jamar Taylor in the street after Taylor allegedly raped Brown's 16-year-old half-sister. McFadden knew it was against the Herald policy to name the rape victim, but by naming the murder victim would be inadvertently identifying the rape victim. Furthermore, revealing the exact location of the crime, especially the street name and the relationship between the shooter and the murder victim, could potentially identify the rape victim. McFadden had never encountered this dilemma before, and he needed assistance. Several meetings ensued between McFadden and the editor-in-chief of the Herald about how to report the story while protecting the privacy of the rape victim. McFadden talked to the sheriff, Richard Smith, about the circumstances of the crime. He reported that sheriff investigated had spent much of the day after the murder following leads and searching for suspects, but had not developed anything specific. This isn't the average murder, that sheriff told McFadden. So basically, it's what I was explaining before. A young man, the rape victim's half brother, had killed the father because he allegedly raped his sister. So the reporter was trying to dig deep and find out more information about this situation. So this is where it became challenging. So McFadden began convicing the neighborhood to determine what people knew of the crime. He interviewed one neighbor who mentioned that Michael Taylor was the father of the sexually assaulted the girl. So he was going into town just confirming the information, and the problem was that he didn't know what details to leave or what details to keep, because he didn't want to reveal a girl name, because they don't reveal rape victim names, and she was already 16 years old. She was in high school, so they didn't want to put all that pressure on her. So they was trying to figure out, okay, what details do we keep? Okay, so that what they decided was, the second decision was to omit the name of the road where the 16-year-old girl was raped. Because the community was small, knowledge of the road would connect the girl to the crime and expose her identity. So they was just trying to keep her identity hidden while investigating the crime. So I feel like they made a smart, ethical decision by McFadden and the editors at the Herald shape the way the story was told to protect the identity of the victim. So they did something that was very ethical. So they protected her by trying to find ways to not expose her name. So basically, this is what chapter 14 was about. Thank you.